apparently there's a lot of children on Reddit.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Anime Club After Dark, the podcast that delves into all things anime, manga, and otaku culture related. I'm your host, Alex, but you can call me Senpai. And joining me tonight, we have everyone. We have our chivalry of Shota Shotaro.
You know, you look like a cut of fuckable meat. Are you?
What? I'm not even. Our poser extraordinaire Nitai.
I was supposed to follow up on that.
How does anyone follow that?
I'm not gonna try,
I mean,
bruh. I'm done.
And our czar of source material, John.
Wait, no, that's from Cyberpunk, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's such a good meme.
How do you follow that, though?
No, you can't. You can't.
How does anyone follow that?
Isn't it like some RoboCop guy shows up and he says that to you?
He hits on you while you're a prostitute, I think.
Oh, what the actual fuck?
Mm-hmm.
This is gaming in the 2020s. Yeah, so this won't be the very first episode of the podcast that comes out in 2021, but it is going to be the first episode that we record in 2021 because
It's
we're recording
over.
Yes, it is
finally
over. We're recording this on New Year's Day. This is our 17th WTF episode where we will talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about, anime related or not. I think probably the best thing to do is, since this is, New Year's Day 2021, 2020 kind of sucked.
Yeah,
Kinda, just
kind
a
of
little.
an ass.
Fuck 2020.
It was kind of in the annals of human history. It's gonna go down as maybe not the worst year ever, but it certainly wasn't great.
in the anal of human history, bro.
Yeah, it was in the anus of human history. There was so much stuff that I had planned to do this year that never happened. I had 4 vacations get canceled.
Fucking first world problems, dude. Like, what?
I know.
We're in a worldwide pandemic.
Called out.
I can't believe 4 of my vacations got canceled.
Listen, fuck all the people that died. I couldn't go on vacation. I'm so pissed.
Stop. You're recorded, dude. No. Oh my god.
We at Anime Club After Dark have
Have standards.
No! I'm very
No.
sorry for anyone who has contracted COVID, and we do not reflect Alex's opinions.
Yeah, I mean, 2 of us contracted COVID on this podcast.
Yeah, two of the 4 of us on this podcast did actually contract COVID last year.
Hey, but I'm alive.
You
I'm
actually
not.
had to quarantine twice, didn't you, John? Because you actually got it once, and then you were around someone who had it.
Yeah.
That had to be fun.
Oh, yeah, dude. My job is great enough that they paid me both times.
Fuck yeah, get that money.
Yeah, yours didn't. Well, I mean, with the first time you got it, you were in, or with the first time you had to quarantine, you were still in the service, so you got paid.
That was the only time I was
didn't you?
quarantined. Yeah, the army paid me like full salary for that. That was great.
But you guys had, like, a few months ago, Israel as a whole went into another lockdown.
I mean,
so I'm sure you didn't get paid for that.
I mean, but that was when I was unemployed and I stayed at my buddy's house and we watched One Piece all day. But actually, we're now in the 3rd lockdown of the year, or I guess.
Jesus.
Yeah, but
The first lockdown.
the first
of
lockdown of the
2021.
year, bitch. But anyway, it's such a half-assed lockdown because like I'm going to work as usual. Like, people are going out to like places to work and stuff. Public transportation is still here, so yeah, it's quote unquote lockdown, but not really. It's kind of
see.
stupid, honestly.
Hey, but the difference is this time you actually have a job to go to.
Hooray! I get money.
You probably get. How does it compare to what you were making in the military?
No, so it's less right now, but potentially it could be like more because like there's a lot of room to grow in the company, and like whether it's like going and like getting certifications and stuff like CCNP and whatever, but there's just such a lot of room to grow, especially in like I work in like pretty much the biggest ISP in Israel because that company owns pretty much like 90% of internet infrastructure in Israel. So there's a shit ton.
It
to
totally
wonder.
doesn't sound like a monopoly.
So
I
the
love
funny thing about
Monopoly.
that, so 10 years ago, they passed a law that because it was a monopoly, now any internet service provider can use that infrastructure to with their internet. So basically, everyone uses the infrastructure. It's different ISPs, yeah. So it's not a monopoly now to some extent.
It's a non-monopoly monopoly.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Well, I'm congratulations on the new job, by the way.
Thank you. Means a lot.
Yeah. Well, the money probably means a lot more.
No, it just feels good to like not like I don't know. I was ready for like starting work and doing something with myself and like just trying like starting this new chapter in my life. So it's good to finally get going with it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I actually have an interesting story to share. So the actual only vacation I got to take really last year in 2020 was a couple weeks ago for Christmas. I got to go up to Pittsburgh to see some family members. On the way up, the flight that I took up, yes, I actually flew and it didn't kill me. Surprisingly, I didn't even catch COVID.
Yet.
Yet.
Sorry.
But I actually, on my layover, because I had a layover on my flight up and my flight back, but I had a layover at Charlotte International Airport. And there was a woman who was on my flight from Charlotte to Pittsburgh who was 106 years old.
Jesus.
What?
How did you
Yes.
know her age?
Because we got to talking because she was right next to
I
me.
see.
Isn't it common
And
etiquette
I had
not to ask for a
and I had
girl's
like
age,
I had
Alex?
like an hour and a
God,
half to
Alex,
kill, so I
what
needed to
a
do something.
brute.
No, I had like an hour and a half to kill, and my phone was almost dead, so I needed to do something. So I just looked over and said, "Hey, how you doing?"
How are you doing?
Oh,
Hi,
Talks to
not-
random strangers when they're fucking bored. Wow, what the heck?
I know, it's almost like I was born in a time before the internet.
Jeez, what a weirdo.
But anyway, no, I actually got talking to her, and she actually remembers the last pandemic, the Spanish flu of 1918.
Did you remember 21st night of September?
All right, Natai, that's like the third dad joke I've heard tonight. I'm the one that tells the shitty jokes, Natai. But no, it was just a really interesting conversation. Actually, number one, getting to talk to someone who is that old and has all those stories, but also talking to someone who actually remembers the last pandemic. And I was surprised to find out that a lot of the stuff that's going on right now also happened back then. I mean, there were lockdowns, there were quarantines, there were people that were told to stay home. She said really the only thing that was like vastly different between back then and now in terms of people's attitude towards everything was back then no one really resisted wearing a mask. Like they just put their masks on and dealt with it.
Yeah, that's
That
a
was the
weird
only
thing.
difference.
Like Americans nowadays, freaking Americans, right? Like
America.
you can't tell them to do anything, right? They're like, no, fuck you. I have a right to do whatever I want to do because this is America, and it's like, come on, man.
I think
It's
there's
mask.
also like some kind of theory that, oh, it's like when you ban the, I forgot what it's called. What is it called when people get together and you ban that? Anyways, what I'm trying to say,
Cancel culture?
You talking about like the Prohibition era?
no, what I'm trying to say is that like, with the internet and like
gatherings?
globalization, it's easier to have a strong opinion when you know that a lot of other people also have that opinion, but without that it would have been harder to go against the government when you weren't able to find like people who shared your opinion.
Oh, you mean like an echo chamber?
Sure.
I like how he thinks about it. It's like, sure, I'll go with that. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I kind of agree. Like, it's way easier to get yourself in these echo chamber rabbit holes where, all you do is you find people who agree with you, and it's like, yes, see, all these people agree with me, so I must be right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, before the internet, 1918, obviously, how people back then a lot of people back then didn't even have telephones. I think it was probably a lot more difficult to fall into that. So yeah, you're probably right, Sho. There's something to that. It was a fascinating conversation, being able to talk to someone who had been through that much and had been through something very similar before. I probably would never. I can't imagine I'll ever have a chance to talk about something like that with someone that old ever again. So it's like living history. Yeah, 2020. I'm glad it's over.
Fucking finally.
Yeah, finally. One of the things that did get canceled was we were kind of in the beginning stages of planning a meetup at Otakon last year. That obviously didn't happen. Hopefully it happens this year. I mean, hopefully the conventions in general happen this year, although a couple have already been canceled for January. That's not a good sign. But if Otakon goes on again this year, I'll definitely be there, and I'm hoping that we can maybe arrange to do a meetup for all four of us. Because of the four of us here, Natai is the only person I haven't met face to face.
Oh, you're
He needs
gonna
to
regret
mark
it,
you.
boy.
Yeah. He could be fat kissing. He could be catfishing us
Oh, honey,
right
catfishing.
Fat kishing?
Fat
Fat
kishing.
So what's
Wow.
catfish about being
Dyslexia.
thin?
Dyslexia.
Dyslexia.
Dyslexia
Oh,
is a hell of a
my.
thing to
Dick
have.
slapsia.
Dick slaps you.
Listen, English, me no speaky so good.
Spasiba.
Yeah, I just hope. My biggest hope is that 2021 is some return to some semblance of normalcy, and we can get back to doing the things that we love in person. Because as great as these things are, I mean, we did get to participate in a virtual convention a few weeks ago.
That was a lot of
that was
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
And as much as I enjoyed that, and they have said that they're going to be doing another one or maybe even two of those conventions this year, which is great. You can't really replace that, what real conventions are. I mean, I hate to use that, real convention. A face-to-face, in-person convention is like. You can only simulate that so much on the internet.
Do you guys want to share quickly? How was the convention like? I missed it, obviously.
Yeah,
so-
I know.
and
you
we
had to
haven't
work
talked
that
about
day.
it on the podcast, right?
Actually, yeah, well, I don't think we have. Or if we have, it's only been on our Discord server.
Yeah,
think-
so we can
Um,
talk about it for a sec.
It's funny because the day that convention, or at least the day that our panel was the first day of your new job.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't make it. It was so quickly. So I told John right before we started recording. Literally, the interview was the Thursday, and they're like, "Yeah, you seem cool. Want to start working on Sunday?" I'm like, sure." So I missed the convention, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it, the convention itself kind of came together, at least for us, over like just a 2 or 3 week span. So it was a new experience for me. I'd never had to put together like a panel or a discussion for an event like that before. So it was a different experience for me. Overall, I think it was fine. The convention itself did have some technical issues and some other things to work out, but you kind of expect that, I think, with a first time thing, and also the fact that it's in VR chat, which a lot of people, I think all of us that participated, it was our first time using it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you not like it, the VR chat part, John?
Not. I mean, it was whatever. It was a platform to speak on. I was just like, how is this any different from doing a live stream, right?
That's true. I mean,
But-
it
Well,
feels
in
more
a live
interactive,
stream, I couldn't
guess.
have been Corona.
Yeah, that's true.
And you got to be Miku.
Wait, I got to be Miku. I wasn't
in a
even
live stream. I
Corona.
guess you can with like, I don't know, the whole live technology.
Like the face rigging.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
That-
how did the panel go? Like, what
Well,
did you guys
we
talk
ended up
about?
talking. We ended up talking about like conventions and what they mean to us, and we also talked about like some of our convention stories and some do's and don'ts when you go to conventions. So it was a convention panel about conventions. How meta!
I know.
Hey.
But I was happy that the people that were there were asking us questions and stuff. Like, it's like people were obviously engaged in what we were saying.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
really
so
cool.
It did a really good job of simulating like what it is like to be on a panel, right, in real life. So that
'Cause
obviously cool.
I was concerned because I, again, being a newbie to VR chat, I was concerned that it wasn't going to be anywhere near as interactive as a regular convention panel would be, where people can, raise their hand, ask questions, or you can ask questions of the audience. I was glad to see that you can actually work that out, though.
Yeah, my only concern was that it was really hard to hear what they were saying.
Yeah, I had that problem too, so I just cranked up the world volume.
Yeah, I realized that's what I would have to do.
Wow.
Because it has proximity chat, so
Yeah.
some people in the back were like more quiet than others and stuff like that. But
Just imagine like someone in the back with a like a fucking, I don't know, avatar.
the
just
super
shouting
tiny,
really
like
loud.
soft-spoken voice, like
Yeah.
excuse me.
And there were people that were and there were people that were sitting in the back. I think someone in the back actually asked us a question. I had to like press my fucking headphones to my ears, like, huh? What? I can't turn you up anymore. Yell, please. Which is actually, if you think about it, it's a good simulation of what it's like, because if you are in the back in a panel room, you do have to kind of speak up.
Sir,
Well, that's
I'm
why
gonna
they
need you
got
to step up
the
front and
microphones.
yell in my ear.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I definitely, when they put it on again, I definitely think we'll come back. Obviously, we'll be doing a different panel. But I would like, the problem was for me, I was working. And like I said, a lot of it came together like sort of last minute. But I'm still glad we got invited anyway. But for me, I was working for the first 2 days of the convention, so there wasn't much I could do. I couldn't really attend other panels. There was also DJ events that I couldn't go. There was a rave. I couldn't go to that either. So the next time they do it, I definitely hope I have a little more lead up time to where I can maybe take a day off work or work from home, so that I can actually go to one of the DJ events or go to a rave or go to someone else's panel, because there were other panels that were going on during the weekend that actually did sound kind of interesting. I just didn't get a chance to see them.
Shoutouts to the organizers, because holy shit, it seems like a lot of work went into that.
Yes. Yes, and it just struck me. I haven't even said what it's called. It's called Bacharu.
Bacharu Khan.
That's that. I
Wow.
fucking
Did you just
miffed
have a
that. I
seizure?
swear I've not been drinking. Bacharu
Oh
Khan.
my.
But
Kombucha Khan.
Oh god, kombucha's disgusting. But yeah, I look forward to the next time they do that, because I think we'll definitely do another panel. Hopefully you can join us this time, Nizai.
I want to. I really do. I want to.
So before I move on to someone else, since someone mentioned HoloLive, I think it was Show. Should I do the simp report?
Do it. How much money did you spend today?
Oh god.
Okay, well, I haven't actually spent any money today on VTubers, but
Because they're not
so
streaming right now.
Well, there actually were 2 streams today I did watch, but I didn't donate. So I've talked about this before on the podcast about how I have begun simping for VTubers, specifically members of HoloLive. And at Nataya's request, I have actually been keeping track of exactly how much I have simped and to who I have simped. So I'm going to read this off. So this is as of January 1st, 2021. I have spent a total of $646.
Jesus, 640.
Sheesh.
Fuck, dude. You could have bought a PS5.
Yeah.
Simping for HoloLive, members of HoloLive, and I'll just go down the list right now. So the person I've donated the most to is Sakura.
No, wait, hold on. Go for the least to most.
Okay.
That's
I'll go from the bottom to the top. So
Yeah.
I have two people that I've donated $5 to. Yukoku Roboru, who is the "Are You Winning, Son?"
Yes.
Yes. And then I've also donated $5 to Hachima.
See, that's surprising. I thought you were gonna donate much more to Hachima.
As much as I love Hachima for her meme lord / shitlord status, I have a difficult time supporting someone who eats spiders.
Listen,
Exactly.
tarantulas taste like shrimp. Okay.
I don't want to find that out, John.
Yeah, I don't know, man. No.
So there's also 2 people that I have donated $10 to. This is Fubuki and Matsuri.
I'm surprised you did not donate as much to Fubuki, just because, like, Foxkin.
She's kind of meme worthy. Dee.
Oh God.
I am Scatman.
I am a Scatman. No, so I've donated to Fubuki twice, and both times I've donated to her after she's rejected someone for a marriage proposal. Just because I find her rejection so entertaining.
Oh man.
No wife. Friends.
No wife.
Friends.
Thank you. No wife.
I donated to Matsuri just because she was being a degenerate lolicon, and I approve.
Oh God.
I have donated $35 to Calliope, Callie. I did that during one of her karaoke streams. I forget what song it was that she did that I donated. I can't remember now, but it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Probably Mass Destruction because she's awesome.
I have donated $40 to Hosha Marine Desu. I mean, sometimes the horny hits you, and you just gotta donate.
Freaking Marine.
I have donated $57 to Corone.
Not even 563. What a plebe. It's like you don't even watch your streams, dude.
Fire in water.
Why?
Why? No, it's water in the fire. Why? Oh, me not understand.
I freaking love Corona. She's so cute.
I have this is also in one donation. I donated $69 to Galgura, and I just put the word "nice" in there, and she read it, and I was so happy. She said $69. Nice. I have donated $95 total to Pekora, and that's almost exclusively during her Minecraft streams, just because they're so fucking chill.
Yaga!
It is not almond. It is domo, not almond. I can't do the laugh as much as I want
hard.
to. I can't.
It's fucking hard.
It has been fun over the last couple months listening subtly as Kiara's laugh becomes more and more like background.
Yeah, I know.
And anyway,
last on the yes, she is the fried chicken lady.
Phoenix.
The Phoenix. Also, the Holo Talk videos are awesome. And then the last but not least, the person I've donated the most to is Sakura Miko. I have donated a grand total of $320 to her.
My God, whoa.
Fuck you,
She is my
Miko.
queen.
Stay home. Stay home.
Stay home. Stay home.
Fuck you.
I will say,
Fuck
if
you.
anything, fuck
No,
you,
fuck you, Miko. Fuck you.
No, baby.
No.
no, baby.
No, baby.
I will say, if anything, that 2020 was good for really increasing the popularity of VTubers because people were locked in their homes with nothing to do.
Yeah, like Hololive couldn't have exploded at a better time, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the January VTuber. That's Senpai's VTuber receipts.
Sad.
Bro,
Senpai Simp reports.
Senpai.
how often do we want to check back in the studio for the simp reports? That's the question.
Oh,
I think I am okay with doing these monthly. I will keep a running total
Oh
of
my
who I
God.
donate to and how much.
Maybe we do it like a quarterly thing.
Oh my.
A quarterly earning call.
quarterly earnings. This is a quarterly spending report, sir.
No,
Yeah.
it's a quarterly simp call.
I will say I have these in a document, like a Word document right now. I think I'm going to move these over to a Excel spreadsheet just so I don't
God.
have to do these calculations by myself anymore.
That's fair. Speaking of reports, I want to report in on my progress for One Piece.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
Boys,
How much time have you wasted?
Boys, I've passed the 600th episode.
Oh God.
300 to go. Easy peasy,
Oh,
lemon
no.
squeezy. Listen. See, now the shocking thing is, it's still good. I'm still having a good time. Okay.
Oh, that's all.
Like, I thought
This is the
Natai.
one we check out anytime.
Yeah.
Listen.
Natai, I'm glad that you found something you love, none of the rest of us care.
No, well, I mean, first of all, suck my dick. Second of all, it's I'm just surprised that so fucking late into this series, into this show, it's still good, and I'm surprised I committed to it that hard, you know, like it's still
Me
like
too.
it's so fucking good. Like
I'm surprised you have this much free time.
I mean, less now. I just like managed to squeeze in maybe like 10 episodes a night, less than that, or something like that. So,
I'm lucky if I can squeeze in 10 episodes of anime a week.
I mean, what can I say when I live with someone like as of like right now, and he is down to watch with me One Piece. So when I get back from work, all we do is eat, watch One Piece, and that's about it. It's like, yeah. Maybe once I move into an apartment of my own, I'll have time to do other things. We'll see. But yeah, right now it's only One Piece. It's been great. But I can't wait to like once I get caught up to finally have a break and watch something that isn't more than 20
one
episodes.
thing's for sure. One thing for sure. This season that's about to start is going to be, ripe for picking of what you want to watch.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! No, but it's also gonna be a great time for me to catch up on like shorter shows. But the thing with One Piece, now that I watched so many episodes of it, I feel like I have no excuses with watching other like long running shows like Hunter x Hunter and stuff. Because like,
Yes,
140
watch
episodes.
Hunter,
That's
Hunter.
that's
That's
nothing.
a way superior show you could have watched. Gosh darn it.
Or
Ty.
may I suggest? It's not as long as One Piece,
No.
obviously, but it is
Legend of the
long.
Galactic Heroes.
Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
Yeah, I'll watch that as well. It's like 100 or so episodes. Like, oh, easy.
But
That,
roughly,
like, the
it's
numbers don't mean anything to
70
me.
episodes.
The numbers don't
Ish.
mean anything anymore. That's the scary thing with One Piece. I have no excuses anymore.
The numbers, what did they mean, Nitai?
God, Black Ops.
What kind of
ugh.
joke is that? It could go all... What? Where are you
Black
going with
Ops
that,
joke.
Alex? Oh.
That came out.
Oh.
I played that for like 1 week, and that was about it.
I
did
think
that-
you and a lot of other people, John.
How did that quote go? I can't remember which Black Ops was it. Where it was like...
Black Ops 2?
No,
The
I'm
numbers,
thinking
Mason.
of...
What do
No,
they
no,
mean?
it's not that quote. It's the other one. It's like, I'm a fucking onion, Mason. You remember that?
No, what the fuck?
I'll link it after we.
Isn't that from the first Black Ops?
I don't. Let me look it up. I'll check. I'm a fucking onion,
Well,
Mason.
Natai, I'm glad you're enjoying One Piece. I'm
Still
not
good?
watching it.
I'm not trying to convince anyone. I'm just like, see, look, it's that I took the plunge for you guys. So you, I mean, I don't know if you, for you, so you don't have to, but so you know what it's like.
You did this
See?
for us? It's for our
Oh no,
benefit
fuck
you're
that. But
watching
that's
it?
a no, fuck that. It's a side effect.
A side effect, so it's like a COVID vaccine.
Ha 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 ha.
Ha ha ha. Oh, it is from Cold War. Never mind. I'm a goddamn
really?
onion, Mason. I'll link it in
I
chat.
could have
You can
sworn
watch
that
it.
was a line from the first one, but
Hold up. I'll link it in chat. You can watch it. It's like 10 seconds.
okay.
I'm
Well,
a goddamn
I'll,
onion, Mason.
I'll be sure to not watch that. I mean, what?
I mean, I don't know. It's a funny quote. But anyway, yeah. 300 episodes to go. Probably not gonna take that long. The only issue is the upcoming. Like, currently I'm on Punk Hazard, which is really good. But the next arc is Dressrosa, which is like 100 episodes by itself.
Oh god.
So that's gonna be interesting. Yeah.
I don't know how you live your life, Nitai.
The main antagonist of that arc is called Don Quixote Don Flamingo,
Yeah.
and I'm super
Don
I'm super
Quixote.
jazzed. Don Quixote Don Flamingo, my man. John, when did you stop watching One Piece?
About 50 more episodes after.
Bro, when Law showed up again, holy shit! My balls dropped a bit. Nah, One Piece is great. I'm sure like the anime is honestly not the best, but consider how much I enjoyed the anime, I'm sure the manga is fucking godly.
See, the problem with One Piece is that it just doesn't end. Like,
Kind of like Berserk.
you stop reading it for 2.5 years, and they're still in the same fucking place. They haven't fought anyone yet, and you're like, what What I haven't read in like 2.5 years. Nothing has happened.
That's why you don't keep up with it. Like when I get caught up, I'll probably like read a few chapters, but then I know I'll stop and come back to it in like a year. So I have like 50 episodes I want to just blaze through because it's so much fun to binge it. But God, I don't envy people who have been keeping up with it for the past
as
10
like
years.
as a weekly show, I just couldn't do it anymore. I was like,
No,
I'm
it's
done.
not a good weekly show. It's terrible.
Like,
But it's
you
a
know
really
what?
fun binge.
Like, there are people out there who, from the very first episode, have
Yeah.
been watching this week to week, and I'm thinking,
I don't know how.
do you do this?
No, it's terrible. It's a really fun and it's such a good binge, dude. But I would never want to watch it weekly, not in a million years.
I'm just curious, for everyone, like, what's the longest show that you ever watched weekly? Like, you never stopped and you didn't go back to it. Like, you watched it from beginning to end,
That's
week
a
to
good
week.
question.
Well, I would have to say it was Bleach because
Ooh.
I stopped at like, God, episode 200 something, and then I just transitioned to the manga because I caught up to it and I just went to the manga and stopped watching it. Like for one,
Weren't
I
there,
guess
like,
One Piece I
Go
never watched from the beginning. Like I got into it later, and I just watched like blocks of episode like Natai did until I caught up, and then I just went to the manga.
weren't in Bleach I've never finished it, but I do plan to someday for a really bad reason probably. But wasn't it like a 100-episode chunk that was just filler, like straight 100 episodes straight filler, you know?
I mean, it wasn't 100 episodes of filler, but yeah, it was 100 episodes of filler. I watched it all the way until the Aizen arc ended, and then there was the huge break, and then that kind of was like where I just branched off. I was like, I'm not gonna watch the anime anymore. I'm just gonna read the manga.
Gotcha.
What about you, Sho? What's the longest you've ever watched a show that was week to week?
The only thing I can think of is Black Clover, which I watched like 92 episodes.
Jeez.
I was watching that weekly, dude.
Which is
I
a-
can't
92
imagine.
straight weeks of hell.
Honey, I have regrets. I've made mistakes, but it's a thing that happened.
At
I
least
was watch-
you understand that it was a mistake.
I mean,
Black Clover is a mistake.
It was something.
Yeah. I was watching that weekly. That sounds awful.
I mean,
No, because
It
dude, like
was
the first
pretty
20
bad.
episodes were so rough. I'm so happy like I could get through them, but fuck.
I don't think they even announced like an episode count, so I was just waiting. I'm like, when is this gonna be over? And then I realized that it's not gonna be over. So I'm
It's
like,
not over. It's
okay,
never over.
bye.
It's because it's one of the new big three, right?
Okay, but like,
Oh.
when is it recently that a show just keeps airing and just keeps going? That happens very rarely recently.
I mean, you'd think that something like My Hero Academia would be a show like that, but it's not.
Exactly.
No, because Bones know how to like fucking schedule stuff and not kill their animators, you know?
I mean,
no, dude, that's the way to go. To just like make a season, take a break, make a season, take a break.
I agree. I don't think you need to have a new episode of a show every single week, every single month, every single year. But
I
think
disagree.
that's how
you-
Shonen has worked for so long that
Yeah.
we kind of got used to it.
Because for shonen, because there's so much that could replace you, especially if you're a show that takes forever to do anything, that if you don't continually keep feeding the masses, people are eventually just not going to watch.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the whole idea behind filler.
Yeah, I suppose, but then I don't like, and again, I almost never like watch these shows weekly, so I don't care. But then you look
You
at
don't
the
watch a
fucking
whole lot of
product you
anime
have.
weekly.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It just. But then
No,
you
I'm
look
just,
at
I'm
the-
just pointing. I'm just pointing that out for people
No,
who
I
may not
know,
realize
like,
that you
that's-
don't
that's-
watch a lot of anime weekly.
Yeah, I usually, especially now that all I watch is only One Piece. Maybe once I'm done with it, it'll be different. But anyway, once you like, I don't know if that's I don't know if to even say viable as it sort of used to be. It used to be the norm, but nowadays there aren't that many shows that take that road because it's so exhausting for the staff probably. Not to mention, especially when you're like based on a manga, like fucking Black Clover. So I stopped watching when, like, I think it was episode 129 when I binged all of these episodes, and they were entering an anime original arc, which is basically like stuff that happens in a time skip or I don't care, but so the next 4 months were them just doing filler because they were waiting for the manga to get even like to keep going, so they won't catch up. It's such a I don't know. It's such a bad model, in my opinion. Like, I get what you're saying about like constantly be there, so like people will always tune in because they know the episode will always drop. But I guess in that sense it makes sense. But when you look back at the show as a whole, it just hurts it overall.
I think there at one point there was definitely a market for it and a reason for it to be around. Mostly when there were only at most a dozen new anime coming out every season. But now you have 2 or 3 dozen brand new anime that come out every season.
There's
it's
so
like
much to watch.
We don't need these constantly airing shows all the time.
Yeah, let it breathe.
That's how I look at it.
I honestly I wish even One Piece would have been done like the way Bones have been handling their shows. Just animate like a season. Take a break, animate a season, take a break.
Animate 12 to 13 episodes at a time. Take like a 3
maybe
or
20,
4 season long
24,
break
but
and then come back.
Yeah, but because man, like going through some of the arcs in One Piece, I would have lost my mind if I would have watched it weekly. There's no fucking way.
I definitely would have.
Yeah, good binge though.
All
Good
right.
binge.
Hey, show.
Hello.
What's been going on for you?
Oh, so much. So, everybody, or rather nobody, wants to know about my Dungeons and Dragon update because I have just so much to talk about.
I do, because you seem to find the most toxic people to play with.
I didn't know Dungeons and Dragons Plus could be this toxic, dude. What the fuck?
Honey, the D&D stands for Dungeons and Drama, let me tell you.
Where are you finding these groups? Just like off of Discord?
Reddit.
No, the group that had the
that
toxic
explains
DM
everything.
was like one of my friends.
Oh no! That's worse.
Was this the same person that told you couldn't be a dark-skinned character because it wasn't viable to the
Yes.
game?
What the actual
My
fuck?
God.
Anyway, good or neutral good news is I made my first investment into this hobby. Will be
Oh,
the
boy.
Buy some dice?
No, I didn't buy dice. Listen, I'm online only.
What?
I just click the roll button. I don't need to. I don't need to move
not
my
the
You
same.
hands.
need dice.
You
There's
need
some
the
really
dice.
nice ones.
I know they're really
Dude,
nice.
they're so cool.
But like, I'm not gonna use them until
You just roll them on your desk and tell them what the numbers
Okay,
were.
no.
So
We don't buy things we don't use. You know, we don't buy figures. We don't simp. We buy things we use.
Oh, that is such a
We're
fucking lie. I know you have
Okay,
figures.
shut up. Because we're practical spenders. So yeah, I bought the new source book that came out in November. Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. Which has been
Which version are you guys playing?
the 5th edition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is going to be one of many investments that I will turn out to regret. So mark the day on your calendar. This is when I fell down the rabbit hole. The dice will come because I have no self-control. But yeah, that's great. But let's get into the drama. So the DM that I was talking shit about had a heated altercation with one of his other groups, and he basically is now done with D&D and doesn't want to play anymore. And let me tell you, I'm not surprised he had a heated altercation. Okay. But yeah, so basically my Dungeons and Dragons group disbanded. Which is not tolerable because I need to play Dungeons and Dragons and I need to play it now. So I went to Reddit and I'm like, please, someone, please play with me, please.
That was mistake number
I'm
2.
so desperate. And then I like applied to like 15 different groups over like a 2-week period because I was like so desperate and no one wanted me because I'm ugly and no one wants to see my face. No, I'm joking.
Yikes.
Wow, don't act like it's true. Anyways,
Don't act like it's true.
I found a group. And listen, this is the beginning of a horrible
Of a
experience.
beautiful friendship.
This is the point where you look back on it later and say, "Am I an idiot?"
Yes. So, we had an interview. I got invited into the Discord.
Wait,
So,
you had
there
to
was
do
an
an
interview,
interview.
like, for a job?
you?
well, I call it an interview. It's basically just like a
Just a meet and greet,
one-on-one
like, hey,
call
let's make
with-
sure this person's not like
Yeah.
super toxic.
Yeah,
and-
yeah.
Okay.
Or a troll.
Yeah, which was funny because I had to do the interview on the night of before I moved out of my house. So I was like, it was really hectic.
Oh.
But I did it anyways.
Ignore all the like sawing and hammering you hear in the background. This
Honey,
is not gonna
literally
be around for
people
much longer.
moving mattresses on the other side of the door that I was
Oh.
supposed to be moving. But I'm like, listen, I need to get on this call, okay? Anyways, so
I'm just imagining Show sitting there and the guy's like, show me your credentials.
basically no. We just talked shit and shared memes. But yeah. So I went
Kind of like what we do in our Discord server.
Oh yeah.
Memes unite, bro.
So much shit in our Discord. You should join it. I think the link is in the description.
Yes, you're almost good at this.
Almost. Anyway, so yeah. So first red flag was that no one talked in the Discord. It was a ghost town.
Oh.
Then we had our session 0 where we, like, all the players and the DM got in a voice call and we're supposed to, like, get to know each other. However, all that happened was the DM just, like, preached to us the rules and the world, and we didn't really talk to each other. So that's the second red flag. Also, a lot of the people on the voice call sounded underage, and I'm like, I don't want to play with children.
No.
Okay. I don't want to do this. Apparently, there's a lot of children on Reddit that are looking for D&D groups.
Okay, I was really hoping that sentence was going to end. in
That
a
sounds
wholesome
like
way.
a really weird way to phrase it, but that's what is happening.
It kind of sounds like you're like covering up something, honestly.
No! Oh my god. Okay, listen. Anyways.
Like it's some kind of euphemism, like looking for D&D groups. is some
No!
kind of euphemism.
Oh my
my
god,
God.
stop, Alex. Anyways, so yeah, there's a lot of children looking for D&D groups, and it sounded like they were in this group too, which I really didn't want, but anywho, third red flag. And then the DM wanted us to there were like 7 of us. She wanted to do a one-on-one call with each of us to make our characters live with her. And I'm like,
Oh.
that's a lot. That was I don't know what number we're at. 4th red flag, one-on-one
Yeah,
session.
this is number 4.
I
I mean, I would say 5 because the first red flag was finding someone on Reddit.
maybe. Listen, Reddit is a great place. Beautiful community.
Yeah, man.
Wholesome, productive.
We did it, Reddit.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Anyways, so I told her in the session 0, I wanted to play this race. Oh, we're getting back to races, honey. Me and races, we don't mesh well. And when we went on to the one-on-one call, I was like, okay, this is my race. This is how I'm going to choose the stuff for it. And she's like, no, you can't do that. I'm like, what?
So it's back to the
Nothing
same
has
thing you had
changed.
with the first
Yeah,
guy.
I'm
That's
like,
I want to do this
what?
dark skin character. Yo, you can't do that.
I told you I'm playing this race, and she's like, this doesn't work. And I'm like, ugh.
Why?
And the problem was I based my entire character around my race. No surprise, your race is a big part of your character. And she's like, you know what, we can
Why
change it to
did
this
you
race.
refuse, though?
And I'm like, okay, we can change it to that race. So we built the character, finished the call, and then after the call, I was like, I'm not going to be comfortable playing this character for like however long. So I might as well just tell her now that I'm not comfortable. So I just told her, like, I don't like this. I wish we could change it to this, this, this. And then we had a number of DMs, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you know what? You're asking for too much. You keep changing your character, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I wouldn't have had to change my character if you just let me play the race that I told you I was going to play.
Now,
What was
so
what
to
was
my
your reason for not
understanding-
letting you do it?
Well, all right. So
Yeah.
to my understanding, some DMs don't like you like having 100% control because it'll railroad like their campaigns and shit. But that's just a sign of a shitty DM, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, she shouldn't have like micromanaged my character. That was a stupid idea. Especially when there's so many characters. And especially since she literally said, this is too much. It's like, no, duh, it's too much. You're micromanaging 7 characters. What are you doing?
Oh.
Anyways, I was playing
So-
a custom lineage, which is a new option in the new book.
Oh.
Which basically lets you play, like, it lets you, like, make your own race. It's kind of, I don't know if I've talked about this, but it's kind of like, it's funny because they introduced it in order to solve the allegations of racism against Dungeons and Dragons, because they're like, oh, you're a half orc, you have inherent like bonuses to strength, but you know, just because you're a half orc, not all half orcs have bonuses to strength. So they introduced custom lineage so you can be in half orc but not also have be intelligent instead of strong.
Yeah, why can't you be a half orc wizard?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's kind of like problematic still because basically custom lineage is the D&D version of a mixed race.
Oh.
Because
God.
And that's been something that's been talked about for a few years now, about how you can't really do mixed races in D&D campaigns without breaking the game.
A good DM just knows how to work around that stuff and let the players
I
be
agree.
the characters
I
they want to
agree.
be. I don't get it. I don't get it why people are so. Ugh.
Well, it's because like traditionally, Wizards of the Coast,
Yes.
right? Walk.
Yeah,
Yes.
Wizards of the Coast.
It's because these token characters they're supposed to be like, you know, an orc is an orc, right? They
Mhm.
obviously should have strength bonuses. It's not like you can make some elaborate like, oh, you were abandoned as an orc child because you weren't actually super strong, but an elder lich found you and raised you as a mage, so now you're a death mage. Like you can do that. That's possible
Yeah.
because I know a little bit of D&D, but like it's just not really what they meant it to be like. And if I was a DM, and first of all, why would you micromanage 7 characters? Holy shit.
Ugh.
That's why I would understand why the DM would be like, no, we can't do that. Like, this is too much. However, again, that's just being a shitty DM, because if it's part of the expansion, you should be able to adapt. Like, I don't care. Like, the Wizards of the Coast released this. This is your problem as a DM now.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that I literally told her session 0. And then later, after I tell her, then I make the character. Then we do the one-on-one thing. And at that point, she says no. And I'm like, couldn't you have said no
Couldn't
before?
told me earlier.
Yeah, tell me before. This is like my
Yeah.
biggest annoyance is like, tell me before character creation what I'm allowed to do. And then we won't have
Yeah,
problems.
tell me up front so I'm not investing an enormous amount of time and effort and energy into this and then being told no.
Exactly. And then, so I was like, you know, I thought I had told you, like, I had told her, like, 100%. I thought I had told you that, like, I was going to play this race. Sorry, this must have been a miscommunication about what you wanted from the character. And she's like, listen, if you don't want to listen to what I say, then you can leave. And I'm like, wow. Bitch, did you just say that to me? I'm like, okay, bye.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm gone. I
But
left
then
that
I
group.
also hear like fucking horror stories about like the murder hobos when you're a DM, right? Because, you know, everyone you play with is just a fucking murder hobo.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, I understand why she would want to set up certain rules so that doesn't happen. But again, I don't know, man.
Sort of
It's
defeats the
hard
purpose
enough
of Dungeons
finding
and
like a
Dragons.
good D&D group, and it's just like,
There's a part of me just listening over the last like 3 months of the drama that show has gone through just trying to play this fucking game.
Honey.
There's a part of me that's like, why don't we just make our own D&D
Yes,
group so he can fucking
let's
play the
make
game?
our own D&D.
because I
Who
don't,
DM,
who's gonna
though?
DM, dude? I don't want to fucking DM.
DM is so fucking soul taking.
It is, because you have to craft a fucking world. You have to do all
unless
like,
we run a module.
I guess.
What do you mean?
Like a module is like Wizards of the Coast rights.
Like
like a
campaigns,
written out
pre-made
campaign?
campaigns.
Yeah.
Or
We
like
could
a
do that.
ready-made
Yeah.
campaign.
Yeah. But those are shitty.
Are they?
Because it's like,
I mean, no,
I mean-
they're not.
they're not, but as a DM, it's kind of like shitty because then it's just improv at that point, and it's like
I mean-
you didn't create this world.
Yeah, I
so-
know. Like I don't
tell you
understand
what.
people who enjoy DMing. I'm like, I
So-
don't-
They're a
So-
special breed of people.
So,
Well-
as a previous DM,
Uh-oh.
so I had a group of friends back when I think it was like middle school where we played D&D constantly, and I don't know how it happened. I was the DM for some reason, and being a stupid kid who can think of stuff by himself, I was like, I'll just buy some campaigns. That seems like a lot of fun, and they were a lot of fun. But the real fun was like sort of using them as a template and like injecting them with stuff
and
that
building
I
it
thought was cool.
yourself.
Yeah,
That's the best
that was
part
the fun
about
part.
being a DM.
So you basically
So
you,
because,
use,
like,
you use the cookie cutter like campaign as a starting point, and then you build off of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like I still have these around, I think. So like I bought two campaigns. The first one was really fun. It's like really cool. And then when we got to the end of it, at the end of the story, was like, that was fucking great. And I had the another campaign like ready to go. I was like, oh shit, how am I connecting these two? And I think there was like a difference between them in terms of like stronger enemies or stuff. I don't remember. And then I thought to myself, fuck it. Everyone's transported to a coliseum and they fight monsters alongside the gods to believe it.
Fucking
This is what we're
railroader, dude!
doing.
You're a shitty DM.
Oh,
Get out
no.
of here.
No, I'm a shitty DM, but it turned into a really fun experience. Like I'm not a good DM at all, but it's like, but I wasn't trying to like there were some restrictions, but I wasn't letting them ruin the fun for everyone.
Yeah.
You know,
Anyways,
So I'm
yeah.
I could try giving it another
Yes,
shot, but I don't promise quality.
let's
I don't
do
promise
it.
quality.
I mean, I'm down to learn how to do this. I've never actually played D&D, so
It's not hard.
I'd have to get
I mean-
like, some kind of a crash course. But
Alex, you really enjoy like writing down like character bios and stuff, right? I mean, shit, you've written so much stuff about Fen, like the podcast mascot. It's like pretty nuts.
Yeah, like what you do with Fen stuff is basically the same thing as creating
Yeah.
character sheets.
Yeah,
the same
you've
thing.
already made
Yeah.
like 10 different.
You've already made
D&D
character sheets.
characters.
I've already
Yeah.
made like 10 fucking characters.
Well, there you go. You'll have a lot of fun creating characters.
Yeah.
I feel like the character creation for me is going to be the easiest part.
I mean, it's just role playing. You just play your character.
Although I will say, if we did it, like number one, we'd have to make episodes of the podcast for it.
Yes,
Yes, dude, let's
We're
do
just
it.
gonna be. We're basically gonna become Critical Role. We're Critical Role now.
But-
Yeah.
Critical
But-
Fumble.
I feel like if we do this, we
Critical
need to do
fumble.
something.
Honey.
Dude,
Critical
how many
fumble.
nat ones am I about to roll, dude?
Critical fumble. I like that.
That's
name.
great.
No, but if we do it, we got to do something unique, like have it take place in like an urban fantasy setting or something.
Okay, Mister, you're not even the.
Yeah,
DM.
do you
don't
want
get
a DM,
decide-
Alex?
Get out of here, dude.
I mean, honestly, if you're like serious about it, I can like give it a shot and try to figure out what I want to do. We'll see.
I'm 100%
I mean,
serious.
hell, I'm down to give it a shot if for no other reason to stop show from getting
Oh,
hooked up
yeah,
with
for
these shitty
sure.
people.
Yeah.
But this story does have a happy ending because I left that group. I went back to Reddit, my old flame that's always trustworthy. I started looking for another group. And within 24 hours, I found another group. And this group is like, they do the complete opposite of what that shitty group did, which is really good. You know, we talk in text, we talk in voice. Everybody's over 20. We create our own character sheets, and then the DM looks over it and double checks it like normal people. And we've played like 2 sessions so far, and it's been pretty good. So that's been good. But I would still totally do a D&D group with this podcast. That would be, I'm sure it'll be like fucking crazy. So much fun.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna record and do that, we should probably do one shots. If Natai wants to DM and create a campaign, just putting that out there. Unless you want to
Also,
do
like,
a long running campaign, like I know that's something people
Listen,
do.
I think we probably do need to do a one shot just so I can get this.
Yeah,
you know,
one shot
I can get.
to start. Yeah.
Yeah,
'cause-
boss will be
so
the
I can get
beholder,
comfortable
so fuck
playing
it.
D&D.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no. Beholder.
Alex doesn't know what a beholder is.
Ah,
What the hell is that?
Alex is
I don't
gonna
know what
kill
to
us
be
all.
all
Oh
right.
shit! Oh, Alex is the beholder.
I just want to be able to play as my podcast avatar.
I knew you would
Oh my
say that.
Yeah, I fucking knew it. Yeah, I knew it.
Look, he is a sexy fox boy.
Okay, you
Oh,
can play
no.
as whoever
I hope
you
you'll
want,
get caught by a beholder.
as long as the DM allows sexy fox boys.
All right. Well, before I move on to John, because he's the only one that hasn't been talking about stuff this episode yet, you wrote down Mando here. Is it what I think it is?
I love Mandalorian.
Ah, me too.
It's so good.
It's
need to-
so fucking good.
I haven't watched season 2 yet because I've just been lazy.
Oh,
How
boy,
many episodes
boy.
does
All I
each
know
season
about
have?
season 2 is apparently Baby Yoda has an actual name and it's not Baby Yoda.
No, it's not.
Most
Baby
I have
spoilers,
Yoda.
not
no
reached
spoilers,
that
I've
part
watched
in
the
the.
series.
Yeah, okay.
For sure.
Natai hasn't watched yet. We're not going to spoil anything. But fucking, I know this is supposed to be an anime fucking podcast, but I want to fucking do an episode where we talk about The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
We can. I mean, fuck it. Oh, well, technically speaking, Clone Wars was an anime because
no,
it was a
no,
Western
no,
anime.
no.
So we can talk about
No,
Star
no,
Wars.
no.
And isn't. No, but I'm down to do a Mandalorian podcast episode. Fuck it. Why not?
Yeah.
God, I
I'll
fucking
give it a
love
shot.
it. It's Natai, I said this before we started. It's not a spoiler, but it's the sequel to Return of the Jedi we fucking deserved.
That sounds like a good selling point. I'm down.
Do you
just
know
need to watch
why
it.
it's a good sequel? Because J.J. Abrams and Ryan Johnson have nothing to do with it.
Oh, let's not bring up the JJ again. I don't wanna. It's too rough.
I'm happy you're enjoying it. I'm actually genuine. So the last time we did a WTF, you had just finished Phantom Menace. So have you finished the other two prequels?
Yes.
What did you think?
many
Okay,
good
so after watching more of the franchise, I can put it more into perspective. And 4 to 6 was definitely the best. And then
Yes.
after
Yeah, for
that,
sure.
it just gets worse.
Yep.
I mean, you're not wrong.
not
Everything
wrong.
after that is definitely worse than the original 3.
The prequels
Okay.
were all right. And then after, like, the 8 and over, no. This is no.
Yeah, there's shit. There's shit.
Yes, no. But Mandalorian is, like, surprisingly really good.
I also like, so a couple of weeks ago, they had a bunch of announcements of new Star Wars stuff, new TV shows. and-
So many announcements, bro.
And there's even going to be fucking Star Wars anime. Like, I'm fucking hyped about that. But I like the fact that so many of the things they're announcing, and The Mandalorian too, are basically decanonizing the movies 7, 8, and 9.
Are they?
Pretty much. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
got a good
there's
example. Like
it's not.
I haven't caught up, kept up with the news.
Well, it's not like been confirmed yet, but there is going to be an Ahsoka series.
Oh shit! Is that the one from Clone Wars?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's been so
Um,
long.
And,
Anakin's Padawan?
Yeah.
yes.
Holy shit!
See, again, I've never seen Star Wars or anything like that.
But you've watched The Mandalorian.
But because I like it, dude. It's
But
pretty
no,
good.
so she's getting her own show, and there's like rumors that hasn't been proven yet, or confirmed. But there's gonna be that's gonna be the real sequel to Return of the Jedi.
Nice.
They're gonna decanonize a lot of the stuff that happened in the sequel movies.
Oh, the sequel movies. My god.
My biggest problem with Star Wars is when they start fighting, I go to bed. I just so
It's over, Anakin. I have the high.
I have
ground.
high ground.
that was so dumb.
Oh, someone pointed something out to me the other day. So in The Empire Strikes Back, right?
Oh,
when-
stop! No! It's so fucking dumb.
No,
Oh.
it's great. It's fucking great. It's fucking great because when Vader and Luke are fighting, right?
In episode 6,
Huh?
in Return of the Jedi.
No, not Return of the Jedi. In Empire Strikes Back, when they're in Cloud City and they're fighting, and they're in that area where they froze Han, right? And you see Luke is standing above Vader on like a set of stairs, and Luke looks at him and says, "Obi-Wan has taught you well." It's like because he has the high ground.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fucking dumb.
I love it. I'm happy you enjoyed Star Wars, though, show.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm really glad you're enjoying Mandalorian. Like I'm so wanting to talk about the Mandalorian on this podcast, even though it's an anime podcast.
We can.
I mean, anything is anime if you just give it anime eyes.
Oh,
so.
God.
That's true. I mean, the Mandalorian could have really kawaii moe eyes.
I'm just imagining like the Mandalorian with like anime blush or whatever.
No, I want to see him drawn in the style of Kaon.
No.
What the
Stop.
Whoa, what?
Stop.
Whoa, what's
Yes.
wrong with you? Stop it. Get some help.
Anyway, John, do you want to gush over Kamiya Hideki?
All right.
Let's do
Well,
it.
my section is called Devil May Cry and Why I Want to Die. So this entire hour that we've been talking, I've actually been playing Devil May Cry 1.
I noticed.
Yeah, Discord is a fucking snitch, John.
And I forgot. I fucking love the Devil May Cry series. Kamiya Hideki is a god. I love every single
He is a
game he's
god.
ever made. He helped
Rip
make.
Scalebound.
He made Devil May Cry, obviously. They have Platinum Studios. If everyone knows what Platinum Games is, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
Bayonetta, Beautiful Joe, Wonderful 101. What else have they made so far?
Also, Kamiya directed, I think it was, what's it called? God Hand, which was, like, people consider, like a cult classic. And I think Okami?
Yeah, he made Okami. Yeah, Okami, the first Okami. And
Yeah,
he made
also
Resident Evil
that's-
2.
Also, Nier Automata.
Oh, yeah, Nier. There was Nier. I forgot about that. But
That was
anyway,
more Yoko Taro doing his thing, but yeah.
Well, yeah, Yoko Taro wrote it, but it was developed by Platinum Games.
Yeah.
So, Kami Hideki the God. I've just been playing the DMC1 collection. Like, I've been playing it this entire hour because I'm fucking kicking Mundus' ass. Except I'm literally one shot and I'm on the last phase of his fucking fight. So I'm about to die. God damn it. Anyway, Kami Hideki is, like, he's a weird guy. If anyone, like, follows his, like, Twitter, for example, he blocks hella people on Twitter, right? This is a thing that he does where if
He's
you ask
fucking
him...
savage, too.
He's a fucking savage. Because if you ask him something that you could have Googled, he will block you on Twitter. Like,
One of
he
the
gives
milestone-
zero
one of the-
fucks.
One of the milestones they had for the remaster of Wonderful 101 was if you'll pay like a high enough tier, Kamiya will block you on Twitter. That was the reward.
Yeah. Because it became a meme because he was just tired of, like, internet trolls just, you know, doing the same shit. Like, Kami Hideki, you've made a great game. Have you heard of this game? He's like, motherfucker, like, I've answered this
Actual
question
motherfucker.
hundreds of times. Fucking go Google it. And I remember watching this YouTube video about, like, this guy who was like, I'm gonna get to the reason why Kamiya Hideki even blocks people, right? So he went to a convention some time ago, and he actually asked them, like, can I see, like, how many people you've blocked on Twitter? And he had, like, thousands of people, like, tens of thousands of people blocked on Twitter. And he's, like, the sweetest guy, though, because, like, he seems like he's an asshole when he's on Twitter because he's, like, he doesn't want to fucking deal with the trolls, like, at all. But, like, I remember Platinum Games, they were partnering with Microsoft, right? They were making that Dragonbound?
Scalebound.
Scalebound. Yeah, they're making
Oh, that was such a
Scalebound.
tragic story.
And I was super hyped for it. I was like, I'm about to fucking buy an Xbox to play this game. But it got canceled, and, like, Kami Hideki was super sad, and he was like, oh, man, like, my game got canceled. Like, this is the first game since Capcom shut him down that's been
Yeah.
canceled. So, and then, like, all the, like, outpouring support from Twitter and stuff from all his fans, and they just gave him hope, and just, like, I fucking love Platinum Games. It's my favorite game studio.
Oh, they're great.
And that's really all I've really been doing over this period of time, just playing Devil May Cry games. I don't really have anything else to say other than I can't
It's
wait
just
for
good.
Bayonetta 3. I should probably play Bayonetta 2. I have a lot of
I love
unplayed
how-
games.
Same.
I love how,
Tell me
like,
about it.
in Japan, like, people will get let go from their companies, or they'll get pissed off with them, and they'll be like, fine, I'll do it myself. And then they go on to make companies that are better than the ones that they left.
Because the whole story with like Platinum Games, they started out as like Clover Studios, which was a part of Capcom, and like we talked about it right before we recorded, but like Devil May Cry was supposed to be like a Resident Evil spin-off or whatever.
Yeah,
But
Devil
then
May
it turned
Cry
out-
1
Yeah.
was supposed to be the first, like, Resident Evil 4. It was the first.
Yeah.
So the guy, the composer or something, was like, hey, we need to make a spin-off for Resident Evil, and Kami Hideki, can you do it? And he was like, okay, I guess. And then he tried to, like, create, like, hellish nightscapes and shit, and then it kind of just turned into its own game. And
Which
he
is
made
insane.
Devil May Cry.
Which is like one of the biggest like action games ever. But
yeah,
yeah,
like,
and-
it's a cult classic that
Yeah.
anyone who knows Devil May Cry knows it. It's definitely not that popular, I would say, comparative
but it's
to...
like influenced a shit ton of games.
Oh,
Like, you
yeah,
can
for
say-
sure.
You can feel it even like when like Bayonetta is a fucking great action game. I fucking love it. And I still haven't played any of the DMC games. But you can tell like how they got from the DMC to Bayonetta. You know, like you can sense the DNA in it. It's really cool. Oh.
I'm just always fascinated when people in Japan just go off and found their own companies and then just become bigger than the companies
I mean,
they left.
shit. So like, I mean, it happened not so long ago with Kojima.
Yeah, it's happened
He
with
was-
Studio Trigger too. Like, look at Gainax now.
Yeah, pretty much.
She's like, I'm taking all of your people and going.
Pretty much, yeah.
Fucking great. I love the Japanese go get 'em attitude, I guess is what you'd call that.
Well, it's because, like, Capcom is kind of a son of a bitch studio, right? Like, they've got nothing really going on for them. And I'm glad that Kami Hideki broke away and made his own studio, because we have wonderful games like Nier Automata. And it kind of sucks that we don't have the
Astral
DMC
Chain.
series under him anymore. But, I mean, after
Pick your
DMC...
battles,
It's in good
man.
hands, though. People
It's in good hands. Pick your battles, man.
But,
No,
like...
people like. It seems like DMC5 turned out really fucking well, especially considering it's been like what 10 years.
Well,
between
first
4
of
and
all,
5?
DMC came out, and I hated that
We don't
game.
talk about that.
That was
Ninja-
fucking the
Wait,
worst.
was there really a 10-year time difference between the releases?
Yeah.
God, it didn't feel that long.
Well, because
Yeah.
DMC did so poorly. Like, the combat... I remember playing DMC, and that was the last DMC game I played, because I played 1 to 3, and then 4, and then DMC.
Mm-hmm.
And the combat was okay. It just didn't feel... First of all, it was super easy to get Triple S, which was, like, stupid as fuck. You could literally get it with just pistols. So it was like, what's the point of the combat system if you can just Triple S rank everything super easy? Like, what the fuck? And the story... Oh, God, the story was the worst thing. Teenage Dante and Teenage Virgil fucking hated that. Don't fucking... And they had this cheeky remark where in the beginning in DMC, where Dante gets a fucking silver wig on his head and he's like, ha,
Oh,
like, I'll
yeah.
ever wear that. And I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Don't you dare speak to me like that. Fucking Team Ninja. Go back to making DOA games. Get the fuck out.
Yeah. No,
Like-
that was like Ninja Theory. That. We
Was
don't
it?
talk
Yeah,
about that.
Ninja. They're the people who made the Dead or Alive games, right?
Yeah, go back to making volleyball
Um,
games.
Let me check that. Actually.
I swear it was the... I thought it was... I don't know. I honestly
They made,
don't
I
care.
think they. Oh, you might be right because I think they also made the Ninja Gaiden series, right?
I don't know. Anyway, the reason I wanted to die was because I'm replaying DMC 1, and I fucking forgot how shitty old school games are. Like, it's not even that old school, but, like, it's...
You
it's
mean
a
how
pe-
hard they used to be?
It's not that it's hard. Like, these puzzles are actually
Janky.
super simple. But, like, first of all, this is fixed camera angles. And I forgot
Yes.
how shitty it is to play with fixed camera angles in an action game. Because I fucking hate this. Like, there are
I've
certain...
actually noticed that, like, because I've been watching some VTubers go through and play, like, really old games. And old games that I really like. And I'm thinking, I'm watching them play as, like, this is not anywhere near as good as I remember. In fact, it's kind of shit.
Yeah, and, like, all the puzzles are actually super simple. Like, I do like the fact that in DMC 1, they kind of just throw you in the game. They don't teach you how to do anything. They just, like, hey, here's a
like
combo
old games.
list. And kind of just, like, find hints and puzzles and do the puzzle. They don't actually show you what to do. They don't... But then, I look at like how the game is laid out. It's very linear. Like you don't actually have to think too hard. So it's made for babies, right? And this is probably why my 10-year-old brain was able to fucking comprehend how to like do all these puzzles, because it's pretty fucking linear. Go to here, grab this, go do this. But yeah, doing the combat sections, I'm just like, I hate fixed cameras so much. Like in a horror game, like I love Resident Evil series, right? I love 1, 2, 3 is okay. 4 is way better. 3, I really didn't like 3, but 1 and 2 are great, right? And 4 is great too. The remakes are absolutely amazing, and I can't wait for Resident Evil 1 and 0 to get remakes because I like those games too. But in Resident Evil 1 and 2, you have fixed cameras, and 3, I guess. You have fixed camera angles, and it kind of works because it's like a survival horror game, so it makes sense. That's why you have the tank controls, and it's kind of like, it plays like jank, right? And thankfully, the remakes, they updated it, but it still feels just the same, where it's over the shoulder, and it's still survival horror, but it's slightly more actiony. But holy fuck, in a pure action game like Devil May Cry, fixed camera angles are cancer. And I can't believe I enjoyed playing this fucking game. And I'm like, I think I'm about 7 hours into the game right now. I'm on the last boss fight, and I can't fucking fight Mundus for shit in the last phase because I'm a fucking shitty player on controller. But, like, I hate this so much. I want to die.
I don't blame you, man. That does sound terrible.
And I specifically remember it's going to be fixed camera for 2 and 3 anyway.
You're fucked.
Boy. Yeah, boy.
So I'm not looking forward to that. But, I mean, it's whatever. It's been a long time since I've played the games, and I have a PS2, but it doesn't fucking work anymore. And I do own all the games on PS2, but, it's like, I can play on my computer, so why not? And I am playing with a controller still. I got a PS5 controller. It's nice.
Well, good thing it's not a Nintendo property.
Playing
on an emulator, you're taking money away from us, man. It's a 30-year-old game. We're losing money.
Yeah, well, I mean, Nintendo's always been uptight about their, like, how they do their shit, because it was a big issue back in the day, right, when the game market crashed. So,
yeah,
out of fear of that, but I'm like, Nintendo, it's been like 30 years, man.
Yeah, it's just nowadays, it's like, they're just, like, been acting like cunts constantly this past year, so fuck that.
Yeah.
Just recently, they, like, started allowing people to stream their fucking games.
I mean, even then, like, when it comes to, like, Smash Bros. And specifically Melee, they've just been taking down streams constantly this past 3 months.
And hell, they took that, they forced Hololive to take down a bunch of videos, or a bunch of the Hololive talents to take down a bunch of videos of Nintendo games that were streamed.
My favorite story, one of my favorite stories, it's such a quintessential Nintendo, I hate it, is when, what was the name of that fucking, something, I think it was like Hyrule Warriors, something Calamity, I don't know.
The new one?
So, yeah, the new one. So they took down an Australian streamer who streamed it, because they was like, oh, it's early. It's like, of course it's Australia.
That's
but
hilarious.
Which is even funnier because it's in almost the same time zone as Japan.
Yeah, but because it supposedly was too early, but it was like, no, it was launch day and he streamed it. It was like, it's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, Nintendo's just not known for
them.
being great to
Flexible.
people who play their games.
And it's so fucking frustrating because, like, the development side is so good. Like, I love the games they develop, but holy shit, this company and their, like, legal team stuff, go to hell. What the fuck?
Their executives are stuck in the 80s.
So,
Like, I love
frustrating.
Shigeru Miyamoto to death because he's probably one of the key figures that revived the video game industry, but in the way he, like, does stuff business wise, his head is stuck in the 80s.
Dude, they've just released for Smash as DLC. They've released Sephiroth, and they've done this like 30-minute stream, which is pretty much Sakurai just gushing over Sephiroth and all little things they added to the game is like hints and like small things and like what like I haven't played Final Fantasy VII, so I don't like. I don't have an attachment to it, but I can see how people who do have that attachment are really appreciating it. It's like, holy shit, so much. It's so nice to see that these people care about like the games they develop and the players who play it. But then look at the other side of the company when it comes to like their like productions and the like legal team and like it's like, what the fuck are they even doing? Just
how
being
dare
the
you
face of the
publicly have
players.
fun with our stuff?
It's so I don't get it. So many just. It's a
I
whole topic in
remember-
itself. Like I can shit talk Nintendo all day for what they've done this past week.
No, seriously, I
Seriously.
remember quite clearly being a Nintendo fanboy, and like now I can't even bring myself to buy any of their shit.
I don't know.
It's sad.
Like, I still like
I still
Nintendo
buy their
stuff.
game.
Like,
It's-
I'm still
yeah.
gonna, yeah, like,
Yeah, it's just a shame that the company is like just throwing a middle finger to players who support their games, specifically the melee scene. It's like, what the fuck? Seriously?
Yeah.
I don't know. Fuck
I-
Nintendo.
I don't want this to end on a bad note. So Natai, I this is the last thing I want to talk about before we get out of here.
Oh shit.
wait,
Less than
before
20
that, I just killed Mundus. I fucking beat the game.
Hold on. A socially distanced high five.
Thank you.
Natai,
Yes,
less than
that's
24
my name.
hours as of the time of recording this ago, we got to see our first PV of Zombieland Saga Revenge.
Yeah,
boy!
let's go.
It's so hot. Go.
Go 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 go! I'll go! I'll go!
Oh shit! Speaking of Mamoru Miyano, I started watching Steins Gate.
Oh my god!
Yeah, dude.
I can't believe you've
Get
waited
it.
this long to talk about it. How have you kept this silent?
Because I've been playing Devil May Cry 1 this
Oh
entire
my
time.
God.
How far are you into Steins Gate?
I'm on episode 3, but also I just got to the fucking cutscene where Dante goes, "I wanted to fill your dark soul with light."
Light.
The
Such a good
fucking
meme.
voice acting on old games is so bad. I love it so much.
I can't wait to play these games. It's gonna be so much fun to play them for the first time.
Ah, dude, it's
But
fucking...
John Steins Gate, what do you think so far?
The first episode, I was like, for the first half, I was like, this is weird. Just like the other, like, fucking the Chaos Head and the other fucking one that they had.
I
Robotic
started
Notes.
calling it, since all the ones that have like a semicolon in their title are all in the same universe, I just call it the semicolon universe.
Yeah, like Occultic 9.
Oh yeah, that's show.
That
Oh
show.
god, fuck off.
But
That show.
I was at first, the first half of episode 1 of Steins Gate, I was kind of like not into it. I was like, yeah, it's whatever. But it started getting crazy, and
Yes.
Hoin fucking
Kyoma!
Kyoma. Yeah. Instead of
What do you
Okabe
think of the
Rintaro.
Tuturu?
She's so weird. It's like
Yes.
she's like, she seems like she can't function without Okabe because she's like, freaking Okabe, like, I lost my Yupo-chan, please help me. And then she's like, she can hold down a job and she can cosplay and sew. And I'm just like, who are you, Mayuri? I don't understand.
Oh,
What do you-
wait till you get to the halfway point and you find out why she is the way she is. Oh, you'll cry.
Oh no, please. And then so far it's actually not bad. I'm interested. And fucking Kurisu, dude.
Christina!
Kurisu!
Christina.
And freaking Mamoru Miyano's voice acting, he's so good.
He sells the whole thing, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he really does. Like, it's a shame that he's been such like a side supporting character for so long. Like he does a pretty fucking good job. At
Yeah,
being,
like a lot of
Okabe.
people don't realize that when we talked about a few episodes ago on the podcast, when we talked about voice acting, I talked about Mamoru Miyano, and one thing I didn't mention is that like for a long portion of his career, he only did like side characters and secondary characters. It's only within the last like decade or so that he's done main characters, and like how long did it take for you to realize he's good at this shit?
I mean, he's been light in Death Note, which was like 2007, so
Yeah,
he's
but
been going at it for a long time.
But he's been in the industry in particular for a very long time, since the mid to late 90s. I think he actually got started as a singer more than a voice actor, though.
Really?
But yeah, like there are moments where he did like main characters here and there, but for a big part of his career, he's done mostly secondary characters, and it's nice that so many shows now are giving him like front and center attention because this man is a good voice actor.
Yeah, he's a god.
But God, I'm so fucking hyped for Zombieland, the second season of Zombieland Saga, and we finally got a release date. It's gonna be April 2021.
Dude, April's gonna be so fucking good. It's gonna be Zombieland Saga, and they're gonna announce JoJo Part 6.
Okay, listen here. That's not confirmed yet.
I'm telling you. Fall 2021 JoJo Part 6. I'm telling
All right, you heard it here, folks.
You heard it here first.
Not only that, if you go to our Discord server and our main chat channel, there's a pinned message where he actually says it's gonna happen.
April's gonna come around, so am I, and they're gonna announce JoJo Part 6, and it's gonna be great. You're gonna see. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I'm fucking hyped. Like, as hype as I am for the winter 2021 season, I'm really hyped for spring. I fucking love Zombieland Saga.
It's gonna be so good. I just want all of the performances to be like really high quality animation, and then for the main characters when they perform, it's gonna be just shitty CGI.
Yes, just like the
That's
first
all I
season.
want. Exactly.
Well, this
That's
is
what I want.
apparently this is the thing that Mappa has said they're highlighting as their 10th anniversary project. So that'll be
That's
cool.
Yeah, I'm down.
Anyway, that's it. I just wanted to gush about Zombieland Saga because we got the new trailer and it's fucking hype. Also, we had like 2 days before we had Mamoru Miyano do his own like live action PV. That was great too.
Did he do another one for this like announcement?
No, what he did a couple days before the PV drop was an announcement saying that there was going to be an announcement.
Typical Mamoru
And he was dressed
Miyano
in
fashion.
he was dressed in full like Kotaro like the full outfit and everything. And like the reason I say that I feel like he had a hand in making this show, even though it doesn't say that in the credits, is that if you look at him cosplaying Kotaro, like, he fucking looks just like him.
What a god.
Fucking love Mamoru
It's gonna be
Miyano.
so good. I'm so happy.
Anyway, I think that's a good place to end this. We've been talking for nearly an hour and a half.
Jesus.
Anyway, thank you all out there for dropping in to listen to us. Check the description below to find links to Anime Club After Dark on Twitch, on social media, and on Discord. Check out our merch store and our affiliate links as well. Any purchases you make there do really help us out. With that, I have been your host, Alex, and I will see you next time. I do hope that everyone so far has been having a really safe, happy, and better 2021 than 2020. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night.
Elder God Cthulhu rises again!
Happy New Year, bitches!
Wait, did you say Elder God Cthulhu? Ina, is
Yes.
that you?
No.
God damn it.
Hoin Kyoma!
Go, 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 go! Go, 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 go. I'll go.